there is a little bit more chances for points. This is the final round of the night here in the SEA Regional Clash. Remember, we're getting pretty close to the finish line here with Week 5, Day 1. As the plane goes over the north side, dropping onto Gili Island we go. One more time tonight.
Last map of the night, last map for 2 of these regions as well, before they get ready for what could be the grand finals clash.
Well, for some teams, you know, that's pretty much just over. If you don't make it through into that top 15 and, you know, you're not representing a region that is a lot lower on the points overall, you're not going to make it in. This could be the final game we see them play until the next regional clash.
Could be.
Pretty good spread here. Looks like we have a few teams starting to learn that lesson, once more going towards Observatory and a few scattering towards Research Edifice, but it's a big split. I'm going to make a bold prediction here, Fish.
Okay.
This is going to be a 28 to 30-minute game.
Nice. What?
We've watched Southeast Asia play out these very long games. It's definitely a higher average than especially the likes of EU or NA. But we've seen a bit more chaos than I think we could have expected the last few rounds, some earlier firefights. I love this circle zone, though. Look at where this is placed right now. This is going to force teams to congregate logging camps, Rust Bay, Defense Fort, Wheat Town, and there's a lot on the water, which means we might actually get a little bit of a faster firefight.
Maybe. I doubt it.
Ye of little faith.
We actually finally get teams going towards the northern side of the map, and then suddenly Gili Island's like, no.
Actually, could you go south this time?
Well, SEAL team just got a kill with their fist.
Hello. How often do you see that?
Once in a blue moon, you'll get it.
Yeah.
Very rare, but they just got a kill onto the first player dying in the match, which is going to be Black, falling from the team of AL.
Okay.
And it's never really a good idea to pick a fight right as you drop against the team that just won the last round.
Yeah, that's just kind of unlucky placement, right? So Fury Roads, we're going to be the first team we're going to watch as they cruise over by Chemical Depot, way off the field of play. But it doesn't matter when it's only 2 minutes into the game. And Khaleesi is out in the open. JZ going to catch him. Nara just can't quite catch a break today. This is a firecracker.
He's got an M4.
This is like the lowest looted. Yeah, Khaleesi's dead. That was a weird fight.
Yeah, Jay-Z just popped
hit him with the
pistol.
Fist. Hit him with oh, wait.
Yeah, Jay-Z just popped him with the pistol, and
yeah,
poor Khaleesi running around with fists out, and he had an M4. If he turned around with that M4, he could have killed Jay-Z. So it took him full clip to get him down to next to no hit points.
Yeah, I like the style down though from Jay-Z, getting himself a firecracker. But this is why you want to loot up before you take the fights. Find yourself in a bad position otherwise.
Exactly. You don't want to take these early fights. It doesn't give you anything.
No. It's about as useful as spamming #gift.
You get, what, 10 points for a kill, and you stand to lose so much more. I mean, you could lose your entire squad, and now you've only got that extra 10 points. You finish the match with 20. Whereas if you stay alive till 15 minutes, you have a higher chance of getting over 100 points.
Speaking of, where the hell was Nara's squad? Khaleesi running around solo, like, that was out of the blue.
Just be the curse of today.
Yeah,
lots of teams splitting up when it comes to looting in the early game, which I still think is a very horrible strategy. When the early game matters so much, you can't risk being divided. You need to stand together. Means you loot a little bit slower, but Southeast Asia is such a slow region. You have 15 minutes to loot before you're forced into your first fight.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a big downside to just doing that.
Not at all.
Now, watching one team that's splitting up successfully, though, is Fury Roads, and that's just because they're taking the convoy approach, grabbing 2 cars, better than 1, and then they regroup to try and loot out these houses over by Thermal Power. Pretty nice spot to actually hold out for a little while, even though it's going to be outside the field of play in a little bit. Riot Shield coming up. That has been one of the additions that is... one of the things that's changed is Riot Shields are slightly less plentiful than before, but as we've seen today, they are still in very, very... hefty supply. Demand does not exceed them. So, therefore, by the rule of economics, everyone gets a riot shield. Well, maybe not everyone, but enough people.
Yeah, only some people want one, though.
That's true. It's not for everybody.
People prefer the rubber chickens and hammers to get the extra bonus movement speed or running around.
And the extra squeaks.
Yeah, the extra squeaks. I mean, it still blocks some bullets. Just
never underestimate the squeak power. That's all I'm saying. WAFF, most successful team in Indonesia right now. Still would like to stack a few more points up before they get into more games tomorrow. They'll be facing off against the likes of Southeast Asia General and the Thailand teams, who are also looking to kind of redeem themselves after a bit of a slumping season relative to the expectations that we put on them. Late game seems to be their problems, their struggles. For the Indonesian sides, I think it's pretty much all phases. That's been a big struggle.
Yeah, inconsistency is the biggest thing with the Indonesian squads. They don't have a strength. So, I mean, at least the Thai teams, you can say they'll make it 90% of the way, right? You can't even say that for the Indonesian teams for any aspect of their play at the moment. So hopefully that changes. Again, they haven't been knocked out of the top 15 historically, so they want to continue that trend. They want to still make sure and show to the world that, hey, in the grand finals for Southeast Asia, we deserve to be one of the teams that are there. It's not a good image when you have to be invited into the grand finals to actually play. WA Triple F did a good job of representing the region in the last grand finals, so now all they got to do, again, is get a team to the top 15, have another good performance coming into this split, and should be the last split that they have for ROS Southeast Asia Regionals for this year.
Nepter was out in the blue.
Yeah, falling into the sea.
That's sometimes that happens. You know, you ever call like a ride share and the car is in the ocean, and then you wonder if it's a glitch or if somebody has a what are those called? Amphibious vehicles?
No.
You never wonder that?
No, I've never had this problem.
No, really. Your GPS is clearly better than mine. Ooh, Nepter picks himself up a RPG. We've seen a little bit of RPG play with the SEA teams. It's been more popular in North America since its addition. Launches it directly at a tree, which is kind of just rude, to be honest.
And that's, again, why the RPG is not this amazing, overpowered weapon like the crossbow was, because you can actually see the projectile coming from a mile away, and it's so slow. So.
It is terrifying if it's coming straight at your face, though.
But if someone was behind that tree, they would have just seen the RPG coming and say, oh, that's an RPG. I'm going to run away and not take any damage.
Yeah.
Tends to be how things go, as far as I remember.
I think you could make it a little faster without completely breaking it. Not a lot.
I think how it is now, leave it. I think NetEase have found a way to put in the explosive element of the game. All I'd like to see now is get trucks slightly buffed, 10%, 20%, slightly, so that you still have the truck gameplay, and you get rid of that green zone, or make the green zone do more damage, I should say.
Okay.
And we'd have a good game.
Looks like WAFF going to get involved in a pretty big firefight there. There was a firecracker going off, and look at that. Tick-Tock, Nepter, and Lancer all finding a lot of damage on each other. So, WAFF starting to lose a lot of members early. This is rough for the most successful team in Indonesia. Delusion's going to get Lancer, gets the finish off. Mr. Lonely cruising through this house for kills.
That's the wipe. WAFF going to lose all 4 players, and it's just team from Vietnam that pick up the kills.
Yeah, that's a big oof if you are the Indonesian side.
So they'll end the tournament with just under 500 points of today's tournament, I should say. They've got another chance tomorrow.
Yeah, they're going to need it, though, at this point, because that was the most successful team, the highest-ranked team coming out of Indonesia in this tournament. They were still outside the top 15. If they can maintain their first-place position, they will still get themselves an invite. But as you pointed out, you do not want to be the team that's getting invited just because you're the #1 representative from your region when you're not even a 15th place team or better.
You know, so Baby Junior can get a win here. They'll crest 1,000 points, and then you've got a scenario where if they do the same thing tomorrow and get 1,000 points again, that's 2,000 points over 2 days of action, which would put them up there. A difficult task, especially when tomorrow is Southeast Asia General as well as Thailand in their group.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So we see the slow march inevitable towards the field of play, where the green zone doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Speaking of Baby, we were talking about them fragging out and playing really well. Here they are in the monster truck, actually down by training base. These guys have had a pretty solid day, despite the fact that their tournament overall has been very low scoring. Clearly, towards the end, something has clicked in this team, and they've had a good mix of strategies. It hasn't just been one thing. They haven't been necessarily hunting for kills. They've just had good placement. They've been able to med strat successfully a handful of times. You know, I'm wondering, where was this Baby squad earlier on in the tournament when they were picking up, you know, a couple hundred a day?
I don't know. Again, one of the big things of having Indonesia as a region in the tournament is it helps the region grow. You get your 5 best teams playing against the best in Southeast Asia. And it's like when kids play competitive sports and they play one age group up. It's always better to play an age group up and struggle a little than it is to play at your age group and dominate the competition. So same thing here. Indonesia are playing a step up, which makes it all that much harder. And over the course of the long Southeast Asian regional clash, which takes place over 11 weeks, they get lots of opportunities to play against these top tier teams, and they start to learn and adapt slowly.
Just seeing a bit of a firefight there between our top 2 in this particular set of matches. NRX John winning big out on that one as SEAL Team had to take the split on the opposite side. These are just for fun right now. Both these teams pretty much locked up their scoring points for today, especially NRX John. It's ridiculous how far out in front they are at the moment. Nara, 3 members down. They're going to be holding up inside this house as well. You could see one of the members of SEAL actually got knocked down. It was Sanji.
Lots of players losing bits and pieces in this early game. Fire Roads and Fury Roads, both okay for now. SEAL, like I said, losing a player. Nara's over here as well. A lot of players congregating around the Ross Bay urban area. This meant to actually make these fights last longer, but they're taking them quickly.
Yeah, it looks like Val's going to get knocked down on Newts here. He's going to be hard-pressed here, getting Lin up. Should be 2 remaining players from Nara who've just had a really rough go of things over the course of the entire tournament, but especially right here, right now. Looks like Fury Roads kind of gunning for him. Emil, he's knocked down outside, but the rest of this team is around. Should be able to get him up without any problems.
We'll be able to pick him back up. Fury Roads pretty much okay at the moment. Shots coming out from Newts here, looking to see what he can do. Fury Roads just holding on to their spot. Molotov's even being thrown towards the outside of the building, but none connecting to where his current room is. So he's okay, holding on, but already lost 2 other players from Nara. These are the early fights that teams don't want to take.
Not in Southeast Asia especially. So, Sanji, we saw him downed earlier. He has gotten back up on his feet. Joining up with Tuk, who's kind of changed his playstyle a little bit. Obviously, it's very early in the game. He is the dedicated med stratter, but we don't see that till the late stages anyways. Tuk has had a pretty good job of fragging the last couple rounds, though.
Yeah.
Not to take anything away.
No, he's done well for himself, Tuk. And he's always done well as a player. Like, Zeal used to rotate around their med stratter, and whenever he played, he was always a good player. Just it seems to be the man that's been allocated to med strat duty more often than not, especially in recent time. For Vietnam, though, for SEAL team, the reason why they've always done so well is because the 3-man squad that does get into play zone, that does look for kills, is a very aggressive 3-man squad. We often see them picking up, 8, 9 kills when they play second, or even in the grand finals, winning 2 to 3 of the 12 matches that were played.
But that's the scary thing about SEAL Team, is that they use the 3 most aggressive players, and they still can come up ahead in these firefights where they had a numbers disadvantage. But when they bring Tuk into the lineup for those firefights, it's a whole nother level. It's almost like they're holding back when they use him as a med stratter.
But it's getting there. So if you watch SEAL play, a lot of times they'll come second, but the 3-man squad will be wiped so much earlier. And it's always them getting caught out. It's not them picking a fair fight and, losing. It's always them getting caught out. So they have the problem where once it hits 17, 18 minutes, they don't quite know how to move. Because, again, they're med stratting, so they're not going to move deep into the play zone early on. So when they do move in, it's going to be contested territory. They're not going to get a free piece of real estate. And that's where they falter. So when they bring Thuk with them, and if they get into a good spot, they're really good. But it's getting into that spot that they've had problems with, which is why the med strat strategy works out for them, because they can use the 3-man to go run and gun, pick up kills, and then they can use the final person to just get positional finish.
So talk to me a little bit about why they don't try to position a little earlier and split off earlier. Is it just because the looting is going to be that much more difficult for their med stratter?
Yes. You need 30 first aids and med kits combined. So a combination of both, you need 30. Then you need your energy drinks and bandages as well. And you can only really do that by looting for 15, 16 minutes. You won't get it if you don't do that much looting.
Gotcha. And then you can't really get inside the play zone because the loot's going to be all contested there.
Because everybody's already inside the play zone. You can take a look at the mini-map now. Everybody's inside except for one team.
Yeah, we got 51 players left, too. That's the crazy thing now, and it's pretty typical. 15 minutes on the clock, just about. We're going to see that. Baby hops in the monster truck. Going to have to unparallel park. As looks like Lamrong actually firing out grenades he found in a supply drop.
Stop wasting
it. It's gone. He's just trying to blow the house up.
Yeah. You get a grenade launcher. Stop. I hate it when teams do this all the time. Stop wasting crucial ammo. He's actually giving it away. He doesn't want it.
Yeah.
I think that's silly. I think the grenade launcher is a very powerful weapon.
Gao are definitely a shoot first, ask questions later type of team, I've noticed over the course of these games. And Lamrong definitely not deviating from the planned strategy here. Baby, though, going to take a few shots as they drop out Zyrov, and 90 behind these rocks. And they take down Lamrong. He gets lit up. Oh, man. Gao finding a lot of shots onto the Baby members. This is actually pretty huge right now. Baby, we're hoping to finish in a very high place, but they're going to get knocked down very early.
7 doing what he can behind this tree. Not going to work out. Genzi.
He might be the only one that's going to be able to do it here. I think it probably makes sense for Genzi to just bail out. He does take down DeWinter, or at least knocks him out. But he's going to wrap around. He's actually going to not leave his teammate for dead. Instead, he runs for 7.
He knows where the final player is, so he's pretty okay. Just needs to not take these shots.
Zyrov has him. Dead to rights. Goodbye.
That was stupid, Denzi. You knew exactly where he was, so why are you still doing that? I don't think they're going to be able to pick up their most forward player. Let's see if he gets there in time.
He's running for it, actually, so
he will. He gets there in time.
Baby's going to get out with every single player left alive. Gao get nothing.
Stupid from Gao team. First dropping the grenade launcher, which I believe is a very strong weapon. Get off that roof.
Well, he's going to have to drop.
First dropping the grenade launcher, wasting the ammo, which could have been very effective there. You just lay it into a truck. They were not going to see it coming. And then the fight back was fine. They actually got quite a few kills. And then the drive-by was fine. They got another down and an execute. But then at the end, why is Dentry jumping out in the middle of nowhere when he knows exactly where the final player is? He just put himself out in the open, in line of sight, into the fire that he was laying out to begin with. And just none of it makes sense. None of it is strategic or sound gameplay coming out from Gao. And this is why they're a clutch team, because when they get into a situation where they have to clutch, they do well. But when they get into a situation where they have to be strategic and tactical, that's where they fall.
This is why we see them occasionally gracing the highlight reels. They're a team that they go big or go home. But the problem is when you do that, your spread's like 30-70. You're going to go home more often than not. And, with that, we might see that happen. That was the last round for Gao team and the rest of the Vietnamese region as well. We'll see where they end up falling at this point. I think they probably had enough points to, at least get close to that top 15. The problem is a lot of other teams also picking up points throughout the course of this, and Gao might be one of the only Vietnamese representatives not in the grand finals.
And it wouldn't surprise me. Vietnam's always had that one team. The one team that doesn't make it in. And I think Gao is going to be that bubble team for Vietnam.
They haven't placed top 6 throughout today either, so this is the deal with Gao, is they're going to have. Well, I mean that's not true. The last round they did get top 4, but that was the only one. So I don't think it's going to be enough. I think this is definitely going to be where Gao's story ends for the SCA. Regional clash for now, and a little bit of a firefight through this smoke. Got to be careful here. We're down to 44. Things are starting to get tight now as the fight escalates to the north sector of Rust Bay.
Yeah, we had those mid-game fights, so now we're getting the late-game fights that are breaking out. In about 5 minutes is when all the chaotic action will start to take place, where we will start to see the big skirmishes, and no longer the one-on-one or squad against squad. It'll be 2 or 3 squads at a time taking fights this time round.
Squads on squads on squads.
Pretty much.
As the kids are calling it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I feel old.
What?
Nothing. Back to the game. There's Raynal looking to break into AL's territory. AL has been very quietly trying to live a life of retirement out on the range here. Unfortunately, picked a spot near logging camps that Raynal and the rest of Bren Esports want to occupy.
Ooh.
Terrorist gets downed. Down he
AL.
goes.
So 2 members of AL inside, and Bren Esports just going to storm in And poor AL stuck.
Counter-terrorist win.
Here come the rocket launchers.
Oh! Zeldrans. That is a lot of damage coming into that house right now. Everybody's down. Raynal will be able to get one up.
Knocks himself down with that bloody rocket launcher blast.
Yeah, talk about knockback. Oof.
Yeah, one person comes out the riot shield and someone says, "Step aside. Here, have this."
It's dangerous.
Stylish from Brent Esports, but not necessary.
It's yeah, it's a bit style over substance, to be honest. But Bren did want to go out with a bang.
Okay, it makes sense to shoot the rocket launcher because you don't take any damage, but just back off a bit. Come on, you don't need to be right in his face when you throw the rocket launcher out.
It's not exactly a melee weapon.
No, but AL falling again. To their credit, unlike last week, they didn't drop right away every single match, but they still fell catastrophically every single time they've played. They've still fell at really weird times and really weird parts of the map.
I will say this time, AL didn't go out of their way to get themselves killed. They were, sitting at home minding their own business, and then Brent Esports came in, stormed the door, and
that's equally as bad.
It is bad, but it wasn't due to a mistake in planning on their part.
To me that's still a mistake.
It was a mistake.
They meant to defend the house.
Not defending.
What are they doing? They either run out and seek death, or they hide and seek death.
Hey, look, all I'm saying, man, is at least this time they did something slightly different. Unfortunately, it wasn't any more effective.
Again,
you got to see the silver linings, Fish. You're so negative all the time.
They're sitting at second last. I can't give them any silver lining at the moment.
All right. Well, how about this for a solid shot here? Like an AA is finding a really great place to just mow down Brent Esports. Zeldrans is going to get knocked down. Tina Pei, MJ can't even get anywhere near here. Seal is going to find a couple members. Some kills are picked up on the opposite side. Cleaned up kills. 6-9 also sniffing. But how about NRX just once again, even though they're very well secured, they find so many of these kills, so many of these downs.
It's already 3 of Brent Esports being torn apart. And again, Brent Esports, they have to just get into that final zone to be effective. When they're not there, it's when all the problems start. Will Club's under some fire as well. NRX still doing very well. MJ's hiding behind the tree here, but Lakane has got him pinned down.
Yeah, not much place for him to go either. That zone is going to be creeping in very soon.
There's nowhere for him to go at the moment.
Like an A is just a boss. Spot. This guy has been nothing short of fantastic since I've seen him and started casting him here in the ROS Global Series. He's been an absolute clutch player 9 times out of 10. And the 10th time, well, just get a little unlucky. Oh, a little run there for Ian Miguel, ends in death. Jay-Z picking him off.
Good night. Ian Miguel is going to fall. Jay-Z going to be pretty happy with that kill.
This is a great spot to hold up for NRX. They consistently find these great houses that are within the zone, within the field of play. I love where this circle's at, too, because there's so much of it that's actually in the river. So there's actually not a lot of spots to hold out on, with the exception of a couple of these compounds. We're down to 28 players. Looks like a chicken grenade knocks down Bimp. And now SEAL team hold up in a pretty good spot, too.
NRX in a really good position as well. I mean, they're not going to be once this zone actually closes in because they've got their backs against a broken wall and not in front of it.
Oh, Jay-Z taking some damage, hops back into the house,
though. He has to heal, though. He has to heal right away.
Yep. That zone's going to keep on shrinking here. It looks like Zippy is going to get in the sights of Ayatats, but he doesn't quite get away. It was so close, but he gets down and gets executed.
Does 6-9 get into cover in time? Yes, he does. I mean, he gets executed, but bought enough time. Jay-Z is stuck inside the house, though. And this is their game to take. This is Ayatat's game. They've got 4 members alive. They're on the right side of the river.
Yeah, no, it's looking good right now. And NRX, no skin off their nose. They don't have to win every round. In fact, they don't really even have to do much more in this round because they're just so far out ahead.
They've already got about eight kills in amongst the 4 players.
I don't think SEAL Team can really cap them at this point.
Unless SEAL Team get first, but I think they're out. I don't think SEAL Team are left in the competition. We'll have to look around and find out.
I believe they were a moment ago, unless I missed something.
But this is NR Warriors doing a really good job so far. You can see Jay-Z trying to jump out. He's trying to run around that broken wall as well. SEAL Team are still in this. There they are. So SEAL Team have a chance for first, but look at this Lodi with the backstab.
Yeah.
He sees all of them. Get a grenade out, buddy. Prime it.
He's got it.
It's got a silencer on it.
Oh, my word. Only Sanji's there, though. Sanji's dead. He's dead. Goodbye. He's down. Can't quite get the kill. Hwang An does get Ilsean X on the other side as well. So Seal Team still getting things done despite the fact of losing some members. And Lodi dips down. You can see the guard there for N, but N is going to get down as well. And now Sanji taking all the damage. Seal Team losing members left, right, and center.
Yeah, from silent chicken grenade into one by one, you shall all fall. End is going to get ended here. Thuk is down. Hwang An's the last person alive for Seal Team.
It was the cluck of doom. Now Lodi with the sneaky move is going to grab some extra points there for BDS.
Hwang An is still there. He's actually holding an angle and gets Thuk back up.
Oh, okay, here we go. There's the hop left and right. Thuk. He's back on his feet right now, but very low. He could get very easily down. He does once again. Lodi still has to keep on his feet for the time being.
Thuk was healing. He should have just committed to the heal. He would have had enough hit points. But Lodi's now inside the actual green zone. Gets that extra frag. Is he still going to take this? He's going to die if he doesn't move in. Yeah, he's just going to take it. He's like, all right, martyrdom time. Let's go.
And Hwang An sitting inside that house, but he didn't realize. Lodi didn't realize that he was in the bathroom, so he's going to go down. But nonetheless, he places well for BDS.
Best part was Hwang An actually got a heal off in time, so he's going to be able to live and continue fighting through this one. MJ stuck here.
Oh, Ayatats. Look at these frags this guy's pulling out on the scope today.
Only 5 players left. We can see Furo's on the other side. Ayatat, shoot him! You can see him moving!
Oh, boy. Yeah,
there
wait
you go.
Emu. Down he goes. Ayatat stacking the kills.
Just sees like all the dead crates there. He's like, yeah, that's a good spot to be in right now. That just makes sense because everyone died there. That makes sense, right?
Yeah. But yeah, no, Ayatats is having a banner game for sure. Taking a look at the last, I think this last member of Baby, it's Mocker, is actually just going to be running for Medstrat.
It's Baby and Seal. Seal is inside the final plays, and it's Hwang An that's looking to try and get the 2-on-1 outplay. Ayatats is looking in his general direction. Hwang An is hiding behind the bridge, but he's still outside.
So there's Kikapaji too.
But he's still outside, so for him to try and make a big play here, it's all really difficult. He has to have enough meds to survive long enough that they run away. But now he's exposed himself. Easy kill being picked up by Kikapagi. Baby will get second place as they're outside the zone, currently healing. Seal Team, though, impressive still with the third place performance.
Yeah, not bad, all things considered. So Seal can be pretty happy with the performance today. This will be, of course, the last round for the Vietnamese squads that includes Seal Team. And as this one will go down with the Medstrat, we will see NR Warriors picking up another first-place finish, and that was pretty crucial. We saw them placing very highly and actually taking round number 1. And after that, we didn't really see them in the top 5, so it's good to see them kind of climbing back. We'll see if it's enough to net them enough points to move on.
He's seen Kikapagi. Kikapagi's seen him as well.
Yeah.
He doesn't know it yet, but as soon as he steps out, that's the end of him.
Well, Mocker has no reason to move, you would think, but if he does get a little antsy, Kikapaji's going to take him down.
He steps out, and that's good night, Maker. And that's going to be Kikapagi picking up the win for NR Warriors, getting their win.
Yeah, getting the extra 10 points as well. So there it goes. We can see NR Warriors at the top, Baby in second, Seal in third. We'll also see Fury Roads making their way into fourth place.
A lot of kills being picked up by Kikapagi as well. 13 frags picked up by NR Warriors in the last.
I just woke up in my underwear, no liquor left on the shelf. I should probably introduce myself. You should have seen what I wore. I had a cane and a party hat. I was the king of this hologram where there's no such thing as getting out of hand. Memories tend to just pop up. Drunk pre-meds and some rubber gloves. 5,000 people with designer drugs. Don't think I'll ever get enough. Champagne, cocaine, gasoline, and most things in between. I roam the city in a shopping cart, a pack of camels and a smoke alarm. This night is heating up. Raise hell and turn it up. Say if you go on, you might pass out in a dream pipe. Oh yeah, don't threaten me with a good time. It's a hell of a feeling there. It's a hell of a feeling there. Alright, it's a hell of a feeling there. It's a hell of a feeling there. What are these footprints? They don't look very human-like. Now I wish that I could find my clothes, bed sheets and a morning rose. I wanna wake up. Can't even tell if this is a dream. How did up in my name.